Hi, I am author Stephen McGee, and I wrote these two books. This one is Health Forensics, and this one is Toxic Altitude. And we're here to talk about something that happened when I was doing some health forensics research for this book, Toxic Altitude. So I was on the island of Hawaii in 2022 running altitude tests on supplements that I was taking. And pretty much every week I was going up to high altitude to see how my body was reacting to those high altitudes on supplements. And one day I actually performed multiple altitude tests going from sea level up to high altitude and then back down to sea level. And the next day after performing those tests, I had damage in my hand that is in the ulnar nerve, which is right up here. So I damaged the ulnar nerve in my right arm, and that manifested itself as problems in my hand. So I have a lot of numbness in this hand now. So kind of this half of the hand is numb from the ulnar nerve damage I did during these high altitude tests. And you'll notice for some people who are observant that there's a scar here. That's from my teenage years. I did that in my teenage years. So I have numbness from that scar that is in this side of the hand. So this side of the hand is numb from an injury. This side of the hand is numb now from an altitude injury that I did when I was doing this book. So the way it manifested itself the next day after these multiple altitude tests I did was my hand was extremely weak. It was so weak that I could not turn my car key. So I could not hold my car key and start the car with this hand. That's how weak my pinching was. I couldn't press a clothes peg to pin clothes to a clothesline. I couldn't open canned food. I couldn't turn the can opener to open canned food. So that's an example of how weak my hand went. And my hand was like that for months. And it slowly recovered over time. I continued to develop the supplementation and continued to take supplements, and it actually fixed a lot of the damage in the nerves in this hand. So I would say that this hand is completely numb on this half. And now it's like a little bit like wearing a glove. I can feel stuff. I can feel that. It's like a little tingly when I do that on my fingers. So kind of all the damage was kind of in here and down here regarding the nerves. It was the whole hand. The whole hand was weak. And the reason why the whole hand goes weak with ulnar nerve damage is the ulnar nerve controls the muscles in the forearm that control the hand, the grip of the hand. The hand doesn't really have that many muscles in. They're all up here in the arm. So all these muscles, I damaged the ulnar nerve, which was up here, and it affected all these muscles all the way into the hand. And I literally had a useless hand for months after doing that damage. So if you read this book, you'll find a lot of information about supplements I was taking. And eventually I attribute the recovery of this hand to the supplements that I detailed in that book, because that's what I was developing at the time. And I attribute the injury to the ulnar nerve, to the testing, the high altitude testing I was doing to research this book. So that's my ulnar nerve damage. The hand has mostly recovered, strength-wise, and the nerves have done a significant recovery, but I wouldn't call it a full recovery. It's certainly numb in this part of the hand, but I can actually feel that when I touch them. So you want to find out more information about health forensics and toxic altitude and altitude sickness, you'll find them in these books. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I wish you the very best of health. Thank you.